shouldn't have chose back in bicep day to just start vlogging because believe it or not, these cameras are quite heavy to hold at an arm's length. Either way, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Nicole, a pelvic floor specialist if you've never been here before. And I actually announced last week that my family is hoping to grow by one or maybe two. I guess that's possible, but I'm hoping for just one because me and my husband are ready to start trying for baby number 3. We already have 2 sons and we are ready to grow, I think. I'm definitely ready. Hopefully he's going to get ready. But in walking you through what that journey looks like a little bit for me, I wanted to kind of take you around my house and show you some of the things I personally am doing to prep for pregnancy. So for me, one of the things that I'm doing is switching from my postpartum vitamins that I was taking while breastfeeding to these prenatal vitamins. They are a plant-based vitamin and they are not just like the run-of-the-mill vitamins. You can actually get vitamins for free now, prenatal vitamins here in the United States, but I just honestly, sadly, don't think they're as good of quality as something that is a plant-based vitamin. Vitamins, the way that they're made and what they're made out of, they actually break down differently in our bodies and we can actually get more out of a good quality vitamin. So even though I hate paying more money than I need to, I do think a good vitamin is worth investing in. I have Naturello or something, and I really like these. I used them during my last pregnancy and postpartum and they've been pretty good. Something else that I have been doing is really focusing on the foods that I'm eating. So I've got my watermelon here, my fruit basket, not super organized, but it is what it is. You can see like some spaghetti squash back here. And I'm not a perfect eater, by no means. Like I still like my dark chocolate chips and my other indulgences, but I really do try to stay away from processed foods as much as possible when I'm prepping my body for pregnancy. All right, we're gonna head into the bathroom. There's a few things that I am doing differently in here. I try to do them even when I'm not pregnant, but I'm especially mindful of those things when I am trying to get pregnant. So first of all, a lot of the products that I use, like we've got face lotion and deodorant and face wash and my hand soap over here. All those things, I try to use things that are very natural, that don't have a lot of nasty stuff in them. They don't have fragrance, they don't have sulfates, phosphates, phthalates, I think. Yeah, not phosphates, phthalates. All those big fancy words. There's a list of things. Maybe I'll throw that up on the screen here. You just don't want on your body, especially when you are creating the DNA of another tiny little human. I don't really want to know what those things are going to do to my baby. I just know they're not good. So I try to avoid them all the time if possible, but especially when I'm trying to get pregnant. And another thing that's kind of relevant to the bathroom here is that I have switched out a lot of my cleaners. I now use this, which is totally not the right bottle, but it is just vinegar and water, and that's what I use to clean most things. Like, of course, there are a few instances where you need like a heavy-duty cleaner, but for the most part, you can get by with just vinegar and water, and that can actually kill a lot of the nasty stuff in your home and a lot of the germs, so that is what I use. Those are a few of the things in the bathroom. I think next we're gonna head to the bedroom. Honestly, you guys, that arm day is going to be keeping me very accountable to keeping this short and sweet today. I have noodles for arms. Anyways, in my bedroom here today, I want to show you a few of the things that I am doing to prepare for pregnancy, and they both have to do with ovulation and knowing when I ovulate. A whole video about that, I'll link it above, and I'm going to probably put it at the end of this video. But a couple of things I'm doing to know when I'm ovulating are taking my temperature. I haven't started yet, but I'm hoping to start tomorrow with this basal body temperature thermometer, which means it has extra decimal points. And then I'm going to be putting it in the app that I'm using. Right now I'm using Ovia. I'm thinking about trying Natural Cycles. You do have to pay for that one though, so I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it or not. Anyways, in these apps I can track cervical mucus, which I'm paying very close attention to, pairing that with basal body temperature, and basically adding up all the signs to know when I'm ovulating and hopefully be able to time intercourse at the perfect time. And then the other thing, which is probably goes without saying, is I'm trying to get a good night's sleep at night. I'm shooting for 8 hours. One, because sleep is just really good for your body and I want to produce good quality eggs and just have good overall health. And 2, because if you already have children, you already know this, but once the baby comes, sleep is a mythical creature that you will not get very much of. And so I want to enjoy as much peaceful sleep as possible because if we do get pregnant, hopefully we do, there will not be much sleep to be had. So those are the things that I am doing in my bedroom. One last thing that I want to talk about is what I am doing for exercise to prepare myself for getting pregnant. So let's head there next. Welcome to my gym, aka a yoga mat with old crummy weights that I use on a regular basis. Side note, if you are liking this style of video and it's something that you want to see more of on this channel, I'd love to get a thumbs up or comment what you like about this video, or if you're like, never do that again, you can tell me that too. Regardless, when it comes to exercise, I'm probably a little more passionate about it than most people. Being a physical therapist is what I do for a living. I focus a lot on movement, strength, flexibility, making sure all those things are balanced so that you don't have pain and you can do all the things you want to do. So I focus pretty heavily on exercise. Now, when it comes to preparing for pregnancy, this is really something I've been doing all postpartum, all the way along. Knowing that I wanted to grow my family even more, I knew that I was gonna have to really focus on recovery in between pregnancies, and I wasn't gonna have a lot of time. So over the last 16 months, I have been gradually increasing strength, fixing my, I use the word fixing very loosely, but repairing my diastasis recti, bringing it back together, making sure my pelvic floor is nice and strong and coordinated with all my movements, and really getting as strong as possible, because I know during pregnancy, one, I might feel like crap the first trimester. That's not uncommon, and so I know I'm not going to be able to focus on exercise as much. I know that some of the first things that we lose after we stop exercising is muscle mass, so I want to have as much going into it as possible so I don't lose it all. And three, I know it's really hard on your body to be pregnant, and so if I am strong, I'm going to be able to prevent some of those aches and pains. I'm going to have a nice mobile spine and pelvis and sacrum, and hopefully prevent some of that back pain that can be pretty crippling during pregnancy. So this is something I started way back when. I definitely took the first couple weeks off after my pregnancy with just working on breathing and coordinating pelvic floor and all that good stuff. But then I've gradually been increasing my strength, and I feel like I'm lifting pretty heavy right now. So what workouts look like for me right now are I work out about 3 to 4 days a week. I spend about 30 to 45 minutes on my workouts, depending how much time I have. I'm very focused on resistance training and strength training, but I do them in a way that it's like a HIIT style or a mix of cardio in there. I do get my heart rate up during my workouts, but I'm very focused on strength and resistance training right now, and there's a lot of reasons for that, which I won't bore you with right now, but that is what I do for my workouts. Like I said, I basically have 2 really old weights, some bands, some small loop bands and some bigger loop bands, and I can pretty much do everything I need to do with just those things. That's it for this video. If you are curious about that whole ovulation thing and how to know when you're ovulating to make sure you can get pregnant or you don't get pregnant, this video over here is where you're gonna wanna head next. Otherwise, thanks so much for being here, and I will see everyone else in the next video.